Hi, and welcome to On the Shelves at ACPL. Today, we are talking about dysfunctional families. During the holiday season, often we go and visit family, and we realize just how crazy our parents or our siblings or our aunts and uncles or our cousins are, and we may learn to appreciate them a little bit more this year when we're not going to be able to see them in person, and we're going to be maybe Zooming for a big Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or another holiday. So if that is the case for you, I encourage you to pick up a book about a dysfunctional family. It might make you feel better about your own. So let's get started. Our first book is The Floating Feldmans by Elyssa Friedland. Annette is our matriarch of the Feldmans. She is turning 70, and she decides that she wants her entire family to go on a cruise with her to celebrate her birthday. Never mind the fact that they all haven't been under the same roof for more than 24 hours in a decade. Never mind that when siblings get together, they act like they are 6 years old again and fight. Never mind the fact that we now have grandchildren, especially teenage grandchildren, who are not so excited about spending all this time with their extended family. So what happens when you get all these people on a boat? You have fighting, you have a lot of funny moments, but you also have a lot of heartwarming moments when the family realizes that when it comes to a crisis, to something where you're going to either sink or swim, your family always has your back. Our next book is My Father's Wives by Mike Greenberg. Mike is one of the Mike and Mike show on ESPN, but he is also a talented writer. This book is about the Sweetwater family. Jonathan is the son. He is married. He has what he thinks is a perfect marriage, a beautiful wife, great kids. But the one person he doesn't really have that relationship with is his dad. His dad, Percival, was a longtime U.S. senator, but also someone who loved the ladies, we'll say. So he married 5 women after Jonathan's mom. So he has 5 or 6 ex-wives. So Jonathan finds out that his marriage may not be as perfect as he thought it was. And he goes on a road trip to explore what marriage really is and to look back at his history and see if there's something that perhaps he learned from his father or inherited from his father that has caused this damage and something maybe he can improve on. So he goes to visit all of his father's ex-wives. Sounds like it would be a great book to read, whether your father has more than one ex-wife or not. Our next book is definitely one full of dysfunction. It is called Unforgiving by Patricia Haley, and this is part of a series. I think this might be the 6th or 7th book in the series about the Mitchell family. In this book, Joel has gone through some trials and tribulations, but he thinks he is ready to take over the family business. However, his older brother, who is from a previous marriage, feels that he is being overlooked for this CEO position because his younger brother and that family are better loved, perhaps, by his father. He might feel that the older family has been discarded. And his sister also feels that it is not quite fair that these 2 brothers are fighting over the company, and she is being ignored as a possible CEO candidate herself. So we have sibling rivalry. We have, is the father and the family playing favorites. And there's just a lot of drama going on in this family. So if you are looking for a good escapist read, this one would be a great choice. Our next book is sort of historical fiction. It is called See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt, and it is the story of Lizzie Borden. If you do not know the rhyme about Lizzie, it is Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. So the story went that Lizzie Borden killed both her parents with an axe. But this story offers the question, did she really do that? It tells the story from Lizzie's standpoint, as well as her sisters, as well as neighbors, as well as other people, the maid that comes in every day. There are a lot of people who can tell the story of the Borden household and how perhaps it was not as harmonious and as lovely as the family may have portrayed themselves. We all know how things get hidden behind closed doors, and this book sheds a light on perhaps what may have happened in the Borden household. And our final book is also historical fiction. It is The Vatican Princess, a novel of Lucrezia Borgia by C.W. Gortner. The Borgia clan, if you did not know, was very powerful in Italy. The patriarch of the Borgias became the Pope. And yes, Catholic priests do not have families. They do not get married. They are not supposed to have children. Nevertheless, many popes in this time period did in fact have illegitimate children. And Mr. Borgia was no different. He had 3 children who he placed in prime plum positions in the Vatican, 2 brothers or two sons, and a daughter who also wants to have the power and the prestige and the money that her brothers are seeking. But being a woman, she has to fight a little harder to get that. She is married off to a nobleman to help cement her father's power and thwart takeovers and the potential war with France. And then she has to decide, do I stay married to this person who I do not love? Do I follow my heart and marry someone, leave my husband and marry someone else? Or do I find another way to get the power and the prestige and the money that I so desperately want? So if you're looking for a story of one of the original power families of Italy, this would be a great book to pick up. So those are my choices for some great reads about dysfunctional families, but we have many more in our catalog. You can search for dysfunctional families and get an entire list of great books to read. As always, you can put any of these on hold by going to our catalog at alamancelibraries.org, or you can call any of our branches and we will be happy to put a book on hold for you. I hope you have a wonderful December, and we'll see you next time on the shelves.